you've seen some shit on the mountain. And tell us the story, because I've heard it now like 3 times, but I want to hear it from you, of when you went up the mountain, time by yourself, and one of your oxygen tanks wasn't working. And what went down and what was going on that day?
It was 2008, and I was up there this was the 3rd time I'd been up there. So I kind of knew what the score was. I thought, basically what happened though, I was trying to do the fastest ascent of Everest. And my goal was to be like less than 10 hours from the base of the route to the summit. So I took off in the afternoon. A friend of mine said, hey, on the radio, you should go now. All right, I'm going now. He told me when you get to the high camp at 26,000 feet, there's some tents, and they have my initials on the tents, and you can go inside, and if it's too cold or too windy, you can grab some oxygen bottles and a mask. Everything's up there. Just take what you need. So by the time I got up there, it was dark. The wind was just blasting me, just hammering me, and it's cold. The oxygen doesn't actually help you breathe any better. It's not like a scuba tank going underwater. It just keeps you warmer. Like, it just kind of gives you more to not feel so cold, makes your head clear a little bit. So I grabbed some bottles. I grabbed 2, hooked one up, put it on, put the mask on, started going up, put the extra one in there. And after about 6 hours of climbing, I'm up there all by myself, and I start getting cold. I'm like, man, that oxygen bottle is out. So I changed it out. When I changed it out to the regulator, I still was hearing the oxygen leak out. So I knew that the bottle didn't fit the regulator. So that was my mistake, was at the tent, I didn't check that both of them fit. So instead of having like 6 or 7 hours of oxygen, I had like 30 minutes.
Holy shit,
my whole deal was, do I go to the summit and risk it? Or do I just go back down and be safe? Well, I went to the summit, of course. And as I'm taking the last few steps to the top, I start getting cold again. I'm like, damn it. I'm out of oxygen at the tallest point on the planet. So I just started kind of running down, like just making my way down. And I ran into a few dead bodies that I had conversations with because I was hallucinating and everything. But eventually I dragged myself to that high camp and got some more oxygen, put it on, got all the way down. But I did get to the summit in 9.5 hours. Whoa. Still a world record.
You have to have tough psychological fortitude.
Yeah.
It was just like, keep moving. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. I sat down to a body that was sitting next to me, and I started chatting him up. And after a while, I'm like, man, this guy's dead. He's been dead for a long time. Yeah, he was just like a frozen dude with these blue gloves. And I was just sitting there, and I'm like, man, if I don't get out of here, I'm going to be this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy to think about it.
That's
like
unbelievable.
It all has to do with your willingness to die.
Yeah. What are you willing to risk?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was willing to risk a lot, all the time, for a long time.
Still?
Like, I was boxing, I was that way. I was willing to risk a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of risk it all to get to the biggest show, to do the biggest thing.
You make what you're doing a strange, no matter what it is, you make it kind of noble. A noble cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that
grand.
very much.
Yeah, you make it a noble cause.
Joby,
While your mind could take it place, somebody else, man, can't even conceive of it. And say, what is the importance of this shit? What's wrong with this motherfucker? He wants to climb it. Not only is he climbing, it's too easy that he's climbing.
He wants to do it
he
as
wants
fast.
To do it as fast. Now he wants to leap and jump and fly around. He wants to hang out with the fucking birds. Yeah. Then he wants to hang out with the angels. Either way, he's flying.
How do you answer that, Joby?
I think he just did it about as perfect as it can be. That's right. That's what I wanted, and I'm getting it.